afternoon, Jules here from Joolsedesigns. Welcome to my channel. So what we've got here, we've got another take and create. So we've got quite a fat tag here. We've got two pockets and I've kind of matched the edges of the tag. We've got a smaller tag here, and we've got, you can have that as two journal cards, but what I did design it for was to be a little booklet. So you cut it out, score it along there, and it'll fit in one of the pockets. And then I did a little bit of ephemera. Now, because I launched the bee kit in June, we're working with all the take and creates are going to be either bees or collage. So this one's a little bit of both. It's collage, but what I did was I did some bee ephemera. So these will all work in your journal. They'll work out with you know, the bee kit, in any other. But we've got some little adverts, some little, what I would call tea cards. We've got some fussy cuts, and I tried not to do them too hard. And another little advert there, the queen bee crown. So what I'm going to do with the magic of editing, I'm going to go away, I'm going to cut these out, and I will see you in a bit. Alright, that's me, I'm back. So we've done all that. A fussy cut around these. Maybe I could have done it a little bit better. I kind of kiss cut it in parts. But I intend to do a little bit of inking on here anyway. It's that one. The bees antennas come off, and there was some like little feather bits that came off. That one I just kind of fussy cut round. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ink round these. I'm going to use Vintage Photo. Because I think it goes better. It was either that or Fryer Brown. So we'll get this done. And I might ink over some of these as well. Maybe these ones. And just make them a little bit more oldie looking. I wanted to keep them white so that you could do different colours or whatever, but there. So that's how you can change it. There we are. And you could even, you know, do a little bit more inking around these. These are kind of old pictures, kind of vintage pictures. And I'm just going to ink around all of them, so I'll come back to you when I've done it. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to crease the pockets, and then I can get those done. So I'm just using a ball tool. And then once I've done this, I can ink around the edges of the pockets. And we'll do the little booklet. As I said, you can do this, make it 2 journal cards, square journal cards. Just put that. Looks as if it's had a bite out of it. Okay, so now we can finish off. And there we are, and those, that will go on there, but I think what we'll do is we'll cut them off and put that on there like that. Now I'm going to ink around these. And I'm just, there we are. And our little bee on the jar of flowers. And our flowers. And there's some white in the middle, then I'll just, and that's it. So we'll just put them to one side, put that over there, and then now what I am going to do is, because I'm going to take this one off, because I just want this to go right down to the bottom like that. These, let me see if I can get them round. If I can get them round here, no I can't, not without, so I'm going to take them off. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to stick this on the bottom, and you'll see that I have printed on the back. It's I just printed a tea dye paper that I've got. Now it is It is available. It will come up on one of the Take and Creates, but I've been using it, and that's why I put it with one of the Take and Creates. So that's our bottom pocket, and this one we'll do the flaps. And I'm just popping that on there, putting that down first because I wanted to make sure that you couldn't see the edge of that pocket. And then this one, we just tiny little bead. And I'm just wiping it out, so we'll get a little bit glue seepage out the side, that's fine. And there you go. And there you've got a nice journal that you can journal on, a nice tag that you can journal on the back. And we've got, so there, I could have just done that without doing the extra ephemera, but I just wanted to do a little bit more, so I thought we might put that one in there, and we can put these in here. But what I wanted to do, that goes that way, I wanted to put one of these on here and see if I could fit do a little pocket. I don't want to cut any of the bee off, so I think the pocket will go I think we'll do this one. I'm just going to trim it down. So we'll take it down as it's there we are, so it's inside. And then I'm going to do a notch. So, and I'm just bending it so I can get the we'll just and then we can fit them in there. And if you wanted, you could cut them down, cut these borders off. I put borders on them, but you can cut them off, and that's what I'm doing with this. And then by inking it on the edges, you're creating another border, so that's fine. So we'll put that to one side. Excuse me. What I'm going to do is, when you put these type of pockets down, you end up getting a little bit of glue seepage inside, and it can make it uneven because the glue goes in. So all I do is I just put my ruler just down gently, just to give me an even line, so that I can put that down like that. And this one, that one that way. Or have it that way and just have a tuck. So yes, I think that's what we'll do. So I'm doing the back, and I'm doing this one. And then we can tuck those in there like that. And there we've got, and which one do we want on there? Do we want this one? I think that one. So we've got a little book full of ephemera, a little bee book. And we can put that in there, or we can put it in there, and that go in there. A little honey farm card, and then just wonder, I think I'm going to have these hanging off. So and this one, that would actually be nice on a on the front of a journal. That would be nice. So what I need to do now is just do in and do this side, because that will stick down. And you could add lace on, you could add mummy tape on, whatever you want. It's entirely up to you. And I think we'll do a little grommet. So we'll take these out. Just checking. And when you get something like that, if you're going to be doing as much, you match it up like that. And there we are, doesn't look too bad. and we'll use the large, the 3/16, and I'm just guessing the middle, and again guess in the middle. Sorry, I've not had my microphone in for the whole, so I'll need to put subtitles up. But I do apologise. It's just that the battery was running low, so. So that was it. That's that one. Put this away. And then we'll get some ribbon, and I think we might have some, a bit of this bright yellow ribbon. I don't normally use this bright yellow ribbon, but I think with it having that, I don't know whether it'll go in that one. I'm not sure, but definitely in this one. And I've had these ribbons for years, from when I did wedding stationery. I just used to buy rolls and rolls from a local floristry warehouse. And I think we'll go with the gold. Well, it's like a gold, a beigey gold. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of glue in that knot, and then once it's pulled tight, it will stay like that. And yep, these scissors have seen their day when it comes to cutting ribbon, I think. And I think we'll put this one on this way. So we'll have the loop. A little bit frayed at the top, it's fine, and those bits will go with the bits of lace for clusters and things. So again, I'll put the card in there and that there. Actually, I might put a pocket on the end of this, or put a pocket on there. I'm going to put a pocket on there, and I'll cut the so thin line. And then put that over there, and then trim these off. And again, we'll put a little bit of ink on this side, because again it's another journal that you can, it's another tag you can journal on. My brain's just not working today. And then we can take one of these. We'll keep the two like mono ones in there, and we'll put the pretty one. I'm going to do a little bit more inking around it. And we'll do a little bit. And that's a bee with lavender. So yeah, so we'll put that in there. We'll put that in there. And how cute is that? And you've got loads of journaling space, because you can journal on these and on there. You can even put, you know, more paper in there. You could put some coffee dyed paper, fold up paper in there. You've got this that you can journal on the back, and that. And I don't have my bee journal, but what we will do is we'll put it in one of these pages, a tea dye page, and you can have it hinged, or you can just pop it in, or you can pop it in a pocket. I think maybe it's a bit darker paper. But yeah, but it'll actually look nice with the Bee Digital as well, because it'll look nice against those, and you can have like a big pocket that you can just pop that in. Behind a belly band would be ideal, or a belly band that way. But that's the type of journal that you want to put in a belly band, because you've got your wee frilly bits around the edges. Anyway, hope you get something out of that, and I hope you have a go. Remember, it's take and create, so you take it. If you go into the description below the video, click on more, look at the you'll find the link for my Ko-fi shop, and if you go into the shop and the headers at the top, the take and create, and it's got all the take and creates, and just download it and then print it off and make your own. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.